for those who don't jump out of airplanes or mountaintops, how would you apply or suggest people apply the same type of mentality towards not just accomplishing their goals, but maybe setting goals in the first place?
Well, I think that's probably the most important thing right there is setting goals that are important to you. I think a lot of people live a semi-unconscious life. They kind of just are doing stuff. They're reactive. They're kind of reacting to the environment in which they live. You know, they're like, oh, I need to make money, so I need to get a job. What jobs are out there? They're just thinking about, I just need to get a job so I can start making some money. As what they should be thinking is, well, who am I? What is my purpose? What is the point of my existence in the first place? Why do I eat water? Why do I eat food? Why do I breathe air? Like, what is the point of all of this that we're doing? Those are complicated questions. And they seem somewhat abstract, but they're not. Once you ask yourself those questions, you start really trying to home in on who you are as a human being and what will actually bring you happiness. Like, what would you pay to do? Like, what would you do even if people weren't paying you for it? Like, what would make you happy in your life, right? When you can answer that question, then something very special happens. You find a dream, you find a passion, you find something that this gives you a purpose, right? And it doesn't matter, that can be anything. It can be cooking, it can be taking care of kids, it can be singing, dancing, artist, it could be a politician, anything. And it could be jumping off of buildings, right? That's what I found. And then what's interesting is when you find that thing that you're super passionate about, all you have to do is have the courage to go do it, right? You do it. And in some instances, you'll have to have another job in order to support yourself while you're doing it. But what I found is that once you do something you're truly, genuinely passionate about, you will put 100% of yourself into that something. When you put 100% of yourself into something, you will get good at something. That just happens because you're just pounding away at it every free second you have. That's what you're doing because that's what you're passionate about. Once you get good at doing something, people will pay you to do it. Anything. I don't care what you're good at. If you are the best at whatever, if you're the best at singing, well, Beyonce makes pretty good money. You know, if you're the best at painting, well, Picasso sells for quite a lot of money. I mean, you can make money doing anything. I make money jumping out of airplanes and jumping off buildings. No one makes money like that. I got good at it, and now people pay me to do it. And this fits for everything in everyone's life. Number one top priority, find out your purpose. Find out your passion. What makes you happy? What would you do if you weren't being paid to do it, right? Then do that. Focus. Focus your energy. Focus your power on what it is you love doing. Don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean you might have to still work other jobs, to pay for, the real life things like homes and rent and food and all that stuff. But that still, you can do that and your passion on the side. You can. You just find the time. It's about prioritizing. You prioritize. Then, you have to pay your bills, do whatever, but focus. And then as you start getting better and better, and this is another thing, a lot of people don't realize things take time. It's not going to happen instantly. And that's why you have to focus on a passion, because only a passion will you stick with it. Will you stay with it? Because you're going to have to put the time, energy, and effort into it. If it's not a real passion, you're not going to. Why would you? Why would you put time and energy into something you don't really want to do? That's stupid, right? That's why most people don't succeed in their work, because they're doing a job they don't really want to do. They're just trying to get a paycheck. So that's why they don't succeed and don't go far. They just go like, I'm just doing the bare minimum just to get by. But when it's your passion, you're not doing the bare minimum. When it's your passion, you are doing everything. You're putting 100%. So my number 2 focus thing, definitely do something you're passionate about. That's super important, And then as you're doing that, you're going to get good at it. I don't care what you are. You're going to. If you have a passion for it, you will. And then have the courage to do it. I think a lot of people, they kind of know what they want to do. They kind of know what they'd like to be. But unfortunately, they get kind of trapped in this place where they're afraid. It's like, well, if I quit my job, what am I going to do for money? I've just witnessed it. I've just seen the most successful people who I've ever spent any time with were all crazy passionate about what they were doing. They just loved it and would spend their time off doing, guess what? Whatever it was.